Having been in the world of acting since the 90s, virtually everyone is familiar with Isla Fisher and the work that she has been doing on the big and small screen. Her extensive acting range has allowed her to take on a diverse number of projects in both television and film, although she remains an underrated actress. She's rocked romantic comedies with Definitely Maybe, mystery thrillers with Now You See Me, and even classic literature adaptations with The Great Gatsby. Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Isla Fisher. She has Scottish roots. Isla Fisher was born on February 3, 1976, in Muscat, Oman, to Scottish parents, Elspeth Reid and Brian Fisher. Her father worked as a banker in Oman for the United Nations at that time. When she was a child, Fisher and her family moved back to their hometown of Bathgate in Scotland, then to Perth, Western Australia, when she was 6 years old. She has said that she had a great upbringing in Perth with a very outdoorsy life. She was on an Aussie soap opera. Fisher made her first on-screen appearances in commercials on Australian television at the age of 9 and made her professional acting debut in 1993 with 2 guest starring roles in children's television shows Bay City and Paradise Beach. A year later, she got her big break in the soap opera Home and Away. She once told The Guardian that the show taught her how to look good in a bikini. It also taught her how to deliver bad dialogue convincingly. For a long time I was auditioning for films that weren't very good, but I'd get called back because I could make a terrible line sound real. For that, I'll always be grateful. She went to a clowning and mime school. Isla Fisher may be one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. But before embarking on her incredible acting career, she had rather different aspirations. She was a student at a prestigious clown school in France. She attended the Lecoq Theatre School at age 21 after finding success on Home and Away during the early 90s. She initially struggled to adjust to life in the French capital while studying clowning and mime, although, in the end, she said that it was all worthwhile. She told The Guardian's Observer magazine, "I didn't speak French and I felt so out of my depth. I was terrified, but eventually I broke through, my French became fluent, and I enjoyed performing in a way that I hadn't in a long time." Since graduating from the school, she has gone on to star in a series of notable Hollywood blockbusters including Wedding Crashers, which catapulted her to international fame in 2005. She almost drowned when filming Now You See Me. She suffered a freak accident on the set of the 2013 movie Now You See Me, where she portrayed a magician and escaped artist named Henley Reeves. She was performing a stunt underwater when she became trapped for over 3 minutes. On an episode of Chelsea Lately, Fisher said, "My chain got stuck. I had to really swim to the bottom. I couldn't get up. Everyone thought I was acting fabulously. I was actually drowning. No one realized I was actually struggling." She ended up escaping thanks to a quick release switch and the help of a nearby stuntman. She gave a wild audition for her Wedding Crashers role. Released back in 2004, Wedding Crashers was a hilarious movie that saw Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn flex their comedic talent and chemistry on the big screen. The movie featured some incredible performers, including Isla Fisher, who was nothing short of amazing in the movie. The actress was a perfect fit for the role, and to make sure that she got the gig, she gave a wild audition that helped seal the deal. Casting director Lisa Beach said, "Isla Fisher was the funniest audition ever. She came into the room and did the scene where she puts the make on Vaughn's character in the bathroom and suddenly just goes out of her mind. And Isla, dare I say, spread her legs, flopped me down on my back, and was just crawling all over me." Needless to say, this wild audition must have caught the casting team off guard, but clearly, they loved what Fisher brought to the table. Eventually, she was deemed the right person for the role, and thanks to the success of the film, millions of people got to see what she could do on screen. She doesn't want to do a lead role in a movie. When a Hollywood actress tells you that she doesn't want to be the star of a film, you might want to be liberal with the pinch of salt. Unless that actress is Isla Fisher. She told The Scotsman, "I definitely don't want to do the lead role in a movie. That doesn't interest me. The hours, being away from my young family, the pressure of having to open a movie. Once you go down that road, it feels creatively and emotionally and mentally and physically way too challenging for me." She said that being a side character means that you get all the perks of the job without the heavy workload. You get to do great work, you get to carry the emotional arc of the movie, you can take more risks creatively because it's a smaller role, so you can really push yourself to try new things. Previously, she starred as the lead in Confessions of a Shopaholic, which she was not fond of. "You're the first one on set every day, the last one home. They put your head on a poster, it's a lot. She thinks the set of Blithe Spirit was haunted. Isla Fisher has opened up on working on paranormal comedy Blithe Spirit, whose set might have been haunted. She played Ruth Condiman in a movie adaptation of Noel Coward's play of the same name. In a segment of the Drew Barrymore show, Fisher shared, "There were a few moments that we thought that the ghost of Noel Coward was walking among us. One day, Leslie had to play the piano, and there was a door behind me, and it just slammed shut, but there was no wind that day. And then another time, during the seance, the lights went out mysteriously, and there was a power outage which no one could explain." Fisher then said that Coward might have haunted the set because of the way Blithe Spirit departs from the original 1941 play in the last act. She finds it amusing to be constantly mistaken for Amy Adams. Fisher is often mistaken for Amy Adams by members of the public, but the constant comparisons never really bother her. She shared to the project, "We laugh about it because Amy has blue eyes and I've got brown. Our husbands have laughed about it too." In 2017, she went on Jimmy Kimmel Live to deliver a mock PSA telling everyone that she is not Amy Adams. She also revealed that even Lady Gaga thought she was Adams during their first meeting. This happened at the Vanity Fair after-party for the Oscars. Gaga came up to Fisher and said that she loved her performance in American Hustle. But then, the real Amy Adams walked into the party and Fisher pointed her out. "I'm like, there's Isla Fisher. She's not even nominated for anything, what's she doing here?" She can't help but lean into the humor of the whole situation. Back in 2016, she revealed on Today that while preparing their holiday photos, she decided to play a little joke on people. "I cut and pasted Amy Adams' face over mine, so it was Satya, Amy, and the kids. And then we said, season's greetings from Satya and Isla." She learned how to talk with her mouth closed thanks to a ventriloquist doll. Isla Fisher appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live in December 2020 to talk about her new film, Godmothered. Fisher explained that the character of the fairy godmother is played by Jillian Bell, while Fisher plays a single mom who is grieving the loss of her husband and is frustrated with her job. Bell's character comes along to show Fisher's character that happily ever after doesn't have to include a dress and a prince and a castle. Kimmel asked Fisher if she had a godmother in her own life, and Fisher shared that she did. In fact, her godmother gave her a ventriloquist doll. "As a result, I was able to speak with my mouth closed, which helped in school. I was able to gossip with my mates without getting kicked out. I got it when I was about 4, and I spent most of my time talking through this doll." She is also an author. It turns out that acting is not the only creative skill that Fisher can boast about. At age 18, with the help of her mother, she published 2 teen novels, Bewitched and Seduced by Fame. She is also the author of a series of children's books. It's called Marge in Charge, and it's about an eccentric and mischievous babysitter named Marge. There are 4 books in the series. In a 2005 interview with Sunday Mirror, Fisher admitted that had she not been successful as an actress, she would probably have been a full-time writer.